You're out from Worlds. You don't want to lose this. Let's see how it goes. Lemon and Daz, take it away.
Let's jump into it. Our last match of the day, but a lot on the line. And we've been hammering this home because it's the finish line. It's the end of the season. You want to go out with a bang.
Absolutely. No matter what, you got to leave it all out there. No matter, like, this is it for both teams. You think about a PSG Tundra. Yes, they fought their way here, but this is where the competition really shows up and shows out. And so do they. Oh, Tox was almost able to start us off on the side of Moist. They've had an up and down season. Think about the fall, making it to the grand finals. But then roster change after roster change, they're here now with Cash trying to put themselves back into that elevated position that everyone knows they can be in. Big time series for both teams. Only one can move on. Joyo can't get there in time. It's a good clear from Ivan.
Moist Esports, though, they feel like they're on the rise. You went from top 6 in the Open. Now you've improved to a 4th place in the Spring Cup. Where they will end this bracket, well, I'm worried because they're already in the lower bracket on Friday. It's going to be a long road, depending how PSG Tundra, who just came off of a win, a dominant one at that, as then you got to come back from that 0-3 kind of deficit when you were up against Liquid. So even Moist, see how they can bounce back mentally.
Gotta watch out there. Good musty there, but Joyo been recently on the dominance. Really has been kind of showing his stuff here. Now trying to get on the ball to get things out. Juicy. Gotta love how Juicy's been elevating himself over the course of this season. Has really stepped up, had to, jump in place of Rise there for a bit. No, and I don't even think it was Rise. I have to go back and check when Juicy got back into it. But the fact of the matter is that level up, he's been a force and kind of a staple here on Moist, so to speak. Now, he's going to be needed to elevate here. And so far, game 1 has been fairly quiet on both sides. Only 2 shots for Moist, 1 on Tundra.
I felt like Joyo fumbled the bag for Moist, but, it's just game 1. I'm sure things will tidy up. The offense going to that orange end, but defense beating them there. Still almost going into the second half with no goals and barely an offense for PSG Tundra. You're looking for those counterattacks that we even saw in the last series. And it felt like PSG Tundra were running the field in their last series, just playing so aggressive. That got real dangerous there for the defense, and you're not out of the woods yet if you're PSG Tundra.
Not out of the woods just yet. Halfway through this game, PSG Tundra still looking for a way in. Haven't been as aggressive on the offense as they were against Solary, as Juicy was trying to send that across, but was cut out there as well. And more shots starting to line up on the side of Moist as they are looking for a way in. We haven't seen that explosion of mechanics that everybody on the side of Moist can do. I say that Juicy's trying to start something here off the ceiling. Cash off the corner, leaves that for Joyo, does get it through, but Tox able to stop it before it goes in the back of the net.
Ooh, Moist are starting to look real threatening on that offense and able to just exploit some of the mistakes of the defense, but 2 defenders in the net. It's saved yet again. But PSG Tundra just aren't able to find good clears, and now they're getting demoed, so they're not going anywhere fast. The midfield is all for PSG Tundra, who bring that physicality. Shot now from Juicy off the top. Follow up from PSG Tundra to try and make the space, and Cash is going to get overwhelmed. It's a chance for Ivan to connect with Tox, and no, denied.
Catalysm trying to get it around Cash. Good touch from there, from Cash to send it across. Ivan off the ceiling, goes straight down. Here's Tox. Does he have another touch? Can't get that one either. This has been the most dangerous PSG Tundra's offense has looked so far. Down to the final minute. Pressure starting to build on both sides. No one trying to let this game escape out of their hands.
Yeah, great defense from PSG Tundra, but almost a 1 challenge from Ivan. Turned the play on its head, crashing down into the box. Saved yet again by PSG Tundra. Not a lot of boost though. Catalysm will need help on the play. This is sent downfield. Cash, second touch just to stall out the ball. Misses the corner boost and wishes he got some help from Juicy earlier. But now connecting, no, the passes don't. We go back to the blue half.
And more pressure there out of the corner. Juicy does get there in time. Cash, get a great read on that. Ivan was bearing down on it. Tox looking for the double! Tox strikes 22 seconds to go. PSG up 1.
It was a good touch from Cash initially, but just getting overwhelmed by the offense, starting to commit more and more. And you thought PSG Tundra were a bit asleep at the wheel with how they just didn't generate a lot of shots after what was a good series from them that we just watched. They get one on the board in the last 20 seconds as Moist left to search for the equalizer in midfield 1. Cash with the demo gives the ball over to PSG Tundra. Seconds draining. Shot from Ivan and an open net.
They had a play developing here. Both Joyo and Cash were in the side boost. Juicy plays this up, looking for an extra touch. It's not what he wanted. And Ivan just goes straight through, says, I'm pushing this in the back of the net, setting the pace here in game 1. 5 seconds on the clock. Moist tried to see if they could surge late, but it's PSG Tundra who will set the tone on such a big-time series between the two competitors. They will take game 1. Final seconds of formality here, but the ball will hit the ground.
And it came down to the wire on this game 1. The fact we even had our first goal in the last 20 seconds of the game, where it felt like both offenses just struggled to really get the ball rolling in terms of developing an offense that could connect on passes, really generate something in the midfield. And PSG Tundra got it done the last 20 seconds. And as Moist felt that pressure and kind of scrambled to do something, they left their net open and PSG Tundra sealed the deal.
Yeah, now you got to go back and really try to lock in here as well. Just understanding, okay, yeah, PSG Tundra, they're going to get some more confidence here. We saw what they look like when they have pressure. This is kind of the same situation that we saw with Solary. They get that ball out in front, and they can really make a defense look sloppy. Moist are going to have to clean that up. They had a good job of controlling the midfield, but their offense is not as strong as we know it can be. Adjustment time. Game 2, Forbidden Temple. Let's go.
This is after maybe feeling like some silly mistakes might snowball into more in your head of just you need to shake that off mid-game and talk about it afterwards with your coach, but Ivan's not going to let you have any time to think. PSG Tundra, get it done.
Man, look at that from Catalysm. So much speed to be able to beat Joyo there to the ball. And again, you said it, no time to react there on the side of Moist. PSG Tundra applying pressure early.
There it is, 1-0. Finally, you don't have that kind of several minute stalemate that we saw in game 1 of both teams feeling each other out, maybe afraid to take risks. And PSG Tundra, like you said before, just more confident and more comfortable and a little self-redirect either way. PSG Tundra up 2-0.
I mean, what? Juicy tries to send this across. Tox is there to read it. Cash, just not the touch he wants there. And now, Moist down by 2. This is becoming a disaster very quickly. They've got to get things under control.
Just mentally, too. Like, we know Moist Esports are capable of so much more. And you can't let those slip by on the defense. Not like you did in game 1 with the open net. Just positioning better in game 2 so that these shots are saved yet again. But PSG Tundra keeping them trapped in that blue end. Even Cash can't get the redirect to make the space. Now his net is being attacked. It's a good send away, and that's an open net. So, hey, Moist get one on the board.
They do. I like what I saw from PSG Tundra, though. The infield passes, I like how they're looking for each other, but if someone's not there, it's a big problem. You saw exactly what happened. Free ball for Juicy. Juicy scores the open net. We've got 3 goals within the first minute. Potential chance for a shootout here if things keep up.
Yeah, with the shootout, just the momentum that PSG Tundra were putting on that last offense, they committed even their third man up and left the midfield wide open. That center lane completely unmanned. And it gives Moist Esports a chance just to remain competitive in this game, too. A lot of worlds and major implications, but the defense seems to stabilize for Moist. Not having a ton of space, PSG Tundra went back for boost and continue to attack them. And even just keeping Moist stuck in the blue end means you limit the opportunities.
I mean, when you keep Moist stuck in the blue end, this is golden for you because they don't get room. And when they don't get room, it's really hard for them to honestly break down your own defense. They don't know what offense looks like this game. We just saw, like, in the first shot, well, they're shooting 100% because Juicy had an open net. That's the only look that they've had here. And that's big credit to PSG Tundra understanding who they're playing against.
Even Ivan was ready as the third man, whether that was going to the back wall or not. That was some momentum being generated by Moist, breaking out, starting an offense, but just having these touches that go towards the net in terms of having shots that look threatening. You're still working on those. Good send away from PSG Tundra. Catalysm follows up that touch. Cash looking to connect with Joyo to the midfield just to transition, take a powerful shot on net. But PSG Tundra always have that third man back, and they're not going to make that open net mistake again.
Joyo on the ball. Looking for that infield pass to Juicy. Good initial touch out. Cash couldn't get the follow-up, and that's just because he was being kind of bumped there out in the midfield. Still want to see more from the can in this game. He's got 56 points. He hasn't been on the ball as much. That's a big credit to PSG Tundra taking him out to play, and it has been just a little awkward for him on the defense. Maybe things will change soon. Joyo gets his 5th save of the game as he clears that one downfield. It's still a 1-goal game as Moist are trying to regain control of the game.
As Cash is trying to regain control of the midfield, the ball keeps going his way for a pass, but PSG Tundra are just a step ahead and are intercepting everything that PSG Tundra, that Moist Esports are generating. Now Juicy wins that challenge, can go up to the wall, doesn't have a lot of help here on the front lines, but just getting established here in the corner could give Moist a chance to find the equalizer in the box. Sent away, Juicy too far forward to really find the gap in the box, but they go in again. But Moist can't keep up the pressure.
Oh yeah, but PSG Tundra can. I love what I've seen out of them, though. They have respect for Moist's mechanics. They position themselves properly without giving them too much space to do what they want. They've been able to hold on to a 1-goal lead. Time's going to tick down. We may see Moist try to turn up the pressure late, but so far, Tundra in control.
Yeah, PSG Tundra just have their 2-man defense. They're not overextending, taking any risks. They're up by 1, and it's only a minute, so you just want to dwindle every opportunity that Moist can generate. Joyo, Catalysm ready off the ceiling. Stop after stop. The play is slowed every time Moist Esports wanted to generate. Joyo with the second touch off the back wall again, and talks with a major clear for PSG.
That should be in the net. It is. Turn it around. Moist had everything there for them on the play, but it felt like they were just doing too much. Juicy could take that shot. You can have Joyo follow up. Instead, they go for the fake. That is a full team play. They're down by 1. They had time, but they sent the house early and got punished for it. PSG Tundra looking to put this series on match point.
It's not the first time we've seen Moist choke up on these offenses that should be incredible, that set up so perfectly. It seems hard to miss, but Moist, down by 2, 30 seconds left, are having their defenses tested. The left post guarded well. Ivan can't find the second touch. Catalysm is demoed. Moist has some room to work with. Redirect off the cross. Juicy to the corner, to the left post.
Ooh.
And accuracy not all there for Moist.
When they need it to be. Final few seconds on the clock. Cash will try to set up something with time. Blocked out by Tox. Juicy not on target again. This one going to hit the ground. And PSG Tundra strike early and survive in game 2.
That PSG Tundra on match point. Remember this has implications, especially for the majors, where it's Moist holding on to that 5th position and PSG Tundra just right behind them, where it seemed unlikely that PSG Tundra were going to overtake them, but Moist find themselves in the lower bracket, and PSG Tundra still have to catch up quite a few matches, even if they take this series. So Moist cannot relax. While as Leaf, are you relaxed? Because it's match point.
I can't be relaxed. We got there's broccoli going on. I don't relax until this broadcast ends. That's it. And then I go to sleep, and then I wake up for more Rocket League. That's it. My life for a weekend is Rocket League. That's it. No, I do feel it with other stuff. That would be a lot.
You live and breathe the game.
Yeah, that'd be too much. I'll give you a little updates on the matches going across the board here right now. G1 is on match point against Oxygen. Oxygen might be knocked out of the tournament here. Luna Galaxy and Monaco are 1-1 right now. Guild Esports is down 1-0 to Hogan Mode. Granted, they are winning 5-0 in that second game right now with 30 seconds left, so that'll be a tied game soon.
Now PSG Tundra sitting on match point. After feeling like they were running these games, at least offensively, turning up, leveling up, while as Moist are having their mistakes exposed, and you're wondering, is this going to be the game where Moist just full send it and start peaking?
Yeah, I mean, you have to give credit to PSG Tundra. They're looking fantastic. I say that, though, Cash. What? Catalysm, how did you read that? Incredible. Like I said, PSG Tundra, they're looking great right now. Beautiful stop there from Catalysm. Everything Moist is throwing at them, they've been ready and willing. The only goal they gave up in the last game was because they overextended. Look at that one. You thought it was free. Talk says no. Moist are going to need a little bit more if they want to break past this defense.
How is this not deadly enough for Moist to get a single goal? Two very threatening, fast shots, needing quick reactions from PSG Tundra. Still find themselves on a defense. Juicy chasing this around, Cash following up, and you love to see Moist support each other more on these offenses and play with more confidence. Small cross into the box though, but Moist are still committed to keeping the play going, and they have the boost to keep rotating forward. Joyo and Tox collide the 50 to the ceiling. Juicy there first, 3 defenders, 1 stepping up. Ivan trying to shake up possession there for Moist, as Cash slowing down the play, baiting out PSG Tundra, who hold firm in this net. Joyo to Juicy, popped up, not the angle they wanted, trying to tip it into the box. Moist doing everything they can, but still no cigar.
Gotta watch out for the counter. Right off the ceiling, straight to Juicy. Good pop-up from Juicy as well to put that in space, but no one on the side of Moist is going to be able to pick it up, so they still got to play some defense here. You said it, though. Strong offense, but not able to get anything going. Juicy, that's a little awkward. Cash. Oh, he's strong, but he's not strong enough. Catalysm with the goal line save every single time you think the ball's going into the back of the net. Someone there for PSG Tundra is sending the block away. That is at least 3 goal line saves out of 4 shots from Moist.
Moist, they're so cursed after what you just said. All of that effort not turning out. This one almost slipped by. Juicy, the last second save. Ivan to the top, second touch. Joyo saves.
Oh, Tox miss.
Missing the touch to clean it up. Still a 0-0 game, but a hype one.
Oh, yeah. It definitely is. Moist are throwing their best offense. PSG Tundra are throwing their best defense. Demo on the play, though. The cannon will score. Moist are out in front. Again, a little too far forward. Toodaloo. Cash will put that one into the back of the net. And Moist now finally gets something going here after what looked like it was impossible to break out of the PSG defense.
The last 2 goals from Moist from this game and game 2 have been from these open net sort of overextensions from PSG Tundra, that third man not completely owning that midfield. But Moist up, which I felt like they deserved that 1-0 a little earlier, but it's an open net practically that gives that. All thanks to the demo, of course, making that net open. But Catalysm wants to strike back. Here comes PSG Tundra on that offense, taking their time, and Joyo, what a carry right to the back of the net.
Oh my God, he's incredible. Look at this, 1 touch off the sidewall, got the flip there, used it to gain control, and then had 1 last touch. Otherwise, Catalysm might have a read on that play. Beautiful work from Joyo. Moist fans have been waiting to see that all series long. Well, he's showing up where it matters.
2-0 for Moist, 90 seconds. Tox, that's a dangerous save off the back wall. All 3 defenders there. And now 3 for Moist.
He's putting it where they ain't. Tox tried to get the touch out. Look at this. Everybody, like you said, in net. That's the one place they are, is in that lower left corner. Beautiful shooting there from Joyo, 2 for 2.
Now it's Moist starting to expose these mistakes from PSG Tundra, who just can't let go of the steering wheel. Not until the series is over. These teams going neck and neck for a chance. The Boston Major, Cash versus Tox, popped up high. And you're not seeing as much harassment from Moist now in a much more comfortable lead. Cash gonna beat out that defender in the corner. Maybe just keeping PSG here is how you drain their momentum too in the series.
This is kind of big because we haven't seen PSG Tundra get in scoring opportunities. And where they come out the first couple of games, they have really strong strikes. They were able to outplace things. That works out very well. Great challenge from them. They brought themselves back here. They need something quick, though, to really make this a close game.
Cash, the 50 stalls out, but goes right to Tox, who's quicker to follow up. And that's why the offense from PSG Tundra, they keep you on your toes because they like to commit all three members to the play and rotate further forward as you got an open net. And PSG Tundra, they want the sweep.
You blink and you miss it. Catalysm. This challenge goes perfect to Ivan. Ivan is able to get there quickly, and all of a sudden, all of the work Moist did might come crashing down in their face. It's a one-goal game. PSG Tundra looking to end the series in the sweep like you said, Lemon. They've got 40 seconds to try to tie this up.
At least Moy's able to slow down the play after they got demoed off of kickoff 3-on-2. Ivan, Catalysm, diving to center out this ball. And he's first to the corner. Here's Ivan off the ceiling, still trying to get this ball in the box. And you see PSG Tundra so full sending to the corner, maintaining possession. But now the offense starting to fall back. Moist had to use Boosh just to force them back. So Juicy will have to fall out of this play. And it's up to the rest of Moist to just hold on to this lead. 3-2 in the last couple of seconds. You're in the orange end. That's a good clear from Juicy to Catalysm down in front of the blue net.
Be careful.
Cash, right? No, to the other team. It doesn't connect, and Moist will stay alive.
Cash grounds it. Moist take game 3 in a very tense series as it continues on. We are going to go into game 4. PSG Tundra still on match point. Moist going to try to force the game 5 here. They did really solid work in the first 4 minutes of this game, but PSG Tundra got 2 back-to-back late, and that's where you start to see a little bit of signs of concern. For PSG Tundra, though, that late surge was great, but they weren't able to get that equalizer leaf.
They were not. Correct assessment. You know, also is a correct assessment.
What?
Is when I tell you that G1 3-0'd Oxygen Esports.
Oh, gosh.
That's what happened.
Oh.
That's what happened. Oxygen.
Wow.
Eliminated from Major now with that loss. But yeah, G1. They stepped up. Oxygen not really delivering on expectations. Daz knew it all along, though.
I did.
Yeah,
but that being said, that being said, you know, you got to give it to G1. I mean, that's a Oli revenge story there as well. So, you know, big ups on Oli finally being able to kind of give a little bit of payback there. But that being said, still got a lot more tournament left to go. Glad that matchup is over, though. Oxygen maybe could potentially make the World Championship, so their season might not be done just yet. But there is a team whose season could be potentially over with a loss here. And we're looking at the PSG Tundra in that conversation as they are fighting to close out the series against Moist.
And even though PSG Tundra lost that game 3, it gave you signs of hope that you almost came back at the very end. And you had an offense right at that last 30 seconds to almost find the equalizer. So I think PSG Tundra can come into this game feeling like they could close it out, and Catalysm. Some nice bounces off the back wall here. Tox dropping it off to nobody as here's the counterattack from Moist.
Catalysm trying to start things off there. Good touchdown from Joyo to the side. Cash on the back wall, but Catalysm with the pop-up. Joyo will take that one away. So far, basic defense needed here as the ball's kind of getting played in the corner. That one, though, given up to Ivan, and chance there for him to slide it off the initial touch, but ends up sending it straight to Cash, who will get the clearance away. Starting to look a little dangerous on the side of Moist. They haven't been able to get this ball out. Tox, light touch. He was looking for that right side of the net. Wasn't able to get it, and now ball will be sent back into the midfield.
PSG Tundra, though, they're a team that get real creative with these offenses, whether it's on the kickoff, finding demos to open up the net, going left and right, just like in that last offense, doing everything they can. Goes to the right side. Catalysm's falling back. So is Tox. Kind of a miscomm, meaning PSG Tundra, shaky possession to keep that rally going. Now they have to fall back. Counterattack from Moist. Cash losing a challenge there to Tox. But Joyo and Juicy almost having some good passes in the midfield, but just not all there quite yet. Joyo to the back wall will meet Ivan. Moist are generating some shots, but no goals yet.
Yeah, no goals yet, but still good to see them getting able to get some control and some possession upfield. Only one shot on the side of Moist so far as we are approaching that halfway mark. PSG Tundra having 4, but still coming up empty. Free ball for Joyo, and it gets through! I thought the defense had it! Top right slot from Joyo, and Moist score on their second shot of the game.
Oh, just the 50 is hit. Stalls right for Joyo to hit the home run. It's about time these setups for Moist convert into something special. Feels like it takes so much effort. It's blood, sweat, and tears for Moist to score.
Ooh.
Now up 1-0 and almost a quick revenge from PSG Tundra. They still barely have the ball. You dodge that bump. Cash also demos another. Juicy.
Oh my goodness.
More physicality. Everyone's dying out here.
Juicy taking 2 demos, now sitting there on the ball. You're starting to see a little bit of the surge here for Moist. They're trying to take PSG Tundra out of the play and give them some space to cook. Cash trying to get that one out, not necessarily the best first touch, so had to play the 50 there over towards the side. But Moist now with a lot of room to work with. They've got the first goal of the game. Will they be able to continue to keep this momentum going? They've already been doing a good job of just playing the ball out into the orange side, but they haven't necessarily been able to get anything going there on the box yet. So chance here for Juicy, but Tox again, great beat out. PSG Tundra, still a chance for them. We've seen them surge late, and as the clock ticks down, expect them to put on more pressure.
Yeah, PSG Tundra are just intercepting every Moist pass. And if they're not there, then the pass is just not connecting. So you see Moist trying to figure things out on the fly. 90 seconds, and Moist are only up by 1. Catalysm beating a few defenders, trying to bump Joyo out of the play. And Tox just a second too late to get the finishing blow. PSG Tundra still cooking up an equalizer. Ivan against the 2 defenders off the back wall. That's a long clear.
Oh, Joyo, good pre-jump from Joyo. Got a flip reset, pass 2. Is the net open? It is, and Joyo's shooting. Oh my God. Look at this. Tox gives him 1. Flip reset, pass 2. Where's 3? It doesn't matter. You're not stopping that shot. Incredible work there from Joyo to get past everybody on PSG Tundra.
And Moist are starting to execute. It's just taken so many games until the last second. But Moist have woken up. They're up by 2. And PSG Tundra, the offense there. Good save. 2 committed. Here's Joyo finding space in that left side. Coming in quick, and PSG Tundra trying to slow it down. Doing well off the backboard. Now Catalysm demo 3-on-2 for Moist. 36 seconds. Ready to force the game 5.
Joyo looking for the bump on Tox. Good clear out from Tox. PSG Tundra, if they want to surge late here, they got to go. Final 30 seconds. They need a goal and a kickoff. We know they're capable of it, but they got to get the ball into the back of the net.
It's working out. 20 seconds. This goes back to the orange half, where Tox is ready. Ivan chasing Juicy around, but goes up the wall, gives some possession to Moist. Dangerous cross, draining precious seconds from PSG Tundra. Just seems mathematically impossible now for anything. Catalysm almost tipping it in to the net. Now the 0-second mark, and Moist will be forcing the game 5 and potential reverse sweep.
This is where it gets spicy. Moist put us on match point in a tournament where PSG Tundra and Moist Esports need to show up. Reverse sweep territory, Champions Field bound. And we are either going to expect greatness here on both sides, or someone's going to crumble. You don't really get any in between when it comes to game 5 as tight as this, Limit Kiwi.
And Moist, I mean, they brought a lot more physicality. I think you saw, was it Ivan? Now I'm forgetting, who had like 3 demos to his name. Or sorry, Juicy had that.
Juicy, yeah.
And Moist out there bullying, obviously owning the midfield a lot more because of those demos. They're able to just stop the momentum from PSG and leave. This is an exciting game. We got a game 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about PSG Tundra now. Joyo's cooking. Like he's out there right now. So this is PSG Tundra definitely got to think about that and shutting that down quick, because they're gonna feel the wrath of him if they let him keep moving around the field like that. Across the board, still have the other 2 matches that hadn't completed before. Still not completed. Hogan Mode is up on match point against Guild right now. And with 8 seconds left, it looks like they're up a goal. It was tied for a bit, so Hogan Mode might be moving on to face off against Monaco. This could actually potentially be a deep run for Hogan Mode because Monaco did just win 3-1 over Luna Galaxy. There it is, Hogan Mode. Are moving on. Let's go, bro.
Let's go, bro, is right. Who is going to be moving on with them? Game 5 underway between Moist Esports and PSG Tundra. Formidable over the course of the season, but of course, only one can move on in this tournament.
Oh yeah, and Moist have cleaned up the mechanics too from the start of the series, from us pointing out those accuracy issues to Moist looking better and better, especially Joyo slams down, trying to take the ball away from PSG Tundra. Ivan has to go up to the skies. The defense seemed pretty calm here for Moist. Joyo will be first to this ball too, but in the midfield, this PSG Tundra just looming. Juicy gets past all of them, generates good space for Moist. We've started to climb back in that series. The Brooms still in the closet for that reverse sweep.
Got to keep an eye out on Joyo. Amazing game 3 and 4 from him. If he's able to channel that, then could be danger for PSG Tundra in game 5. On the side of PSG Tundra, look out for Tox. Shooting has been incredible. Great ball movement out of him as we get things underway.
Yeah, Ivan too had, I think, the most amount of shots for PSG Tundra. They fight hard, and I think they've had their net exposed because they commit so many people to that front line. Now their backs are against the wall. PSG Tundra challenging, shaking up the possession. Now a clear all the way down to the blue half, but not able to follow up as PSG Tundra at least to the back wall. Juicy is ready though. All of Moist have woken up on this defense too, starting to step up and predict these offenses of PSG Tundra, who sometimes feel like an unpredictable team.
Yeah, right. Oh, now even some goal line saves. I like the fact that they're able to work together in transition. Juicy not afraid to go downfield, try to put a redirect on target. PSG Tundra have been doing a good job this game of being able to kind of cut out the passes. This is a little awkward though. Juicy will get the demo on Tox. Joyo with space, can always be dangerous, has the flip reset. Tox comes back to get the stop. And it's still a tied up game in game 5.
Yeah, PSG Tundra had time to think and time to watch how that was going to develop. And Moist, I mean, it took so many goal line shots, and they weren't able to convert as much as they hoped to last game. But I'm sure their hopes are revitalized. Just the fact that they were able to force a game 5 and mentally bounce back. Ivan trying to force his way, bulldoze through these two defenders, summons the attention of his teammates. But here's the counterattack from Moist. Cash with the second touch, and no one there to follow up.
Cash to Juicy. Juicy made contact, but Ivan was there for the block. Things are going to start to accelerate here on the field as we hit that 2-minute mark. Whoever scores is going to drastically shift the tone of how this game is going to go. So the pressure is on. Both teams have really shown that they've been able to kind of compete. No big signs of weaknesses here. Great offense, but it's been low shooting. PSG Tundra only 2 shots, Moist 3. Time ticks down.
It's kind of feeling like game 1 where both teams had to play really methodically, trying to avoid taking any risks. And you had that low scoring game where it was like 20 seconds left where we had the first goal, and it's giving those vibes yet again. Defense holding strong for PSG Tundra. Dangerous cross in front of the net by Joyo. As Juicy continues to harass this defense, trying to bait them out of that half. See what gaps Moist can find. Cash up to the air. Talks with the 50 down low, and Ivan, the pitch goes right to Moist. Juicy takes a shot. Both defenders cross and go for a save.
There's Ivan on the ball. Strong clearance. That's going to give a lot of space here to PSG Tundra. We're entering the final minute of gameplay. Someone has to break. Who's going to be the one to do it? It's been tough here. You see the control. Joyo's a little awkward. Joyo trying to race to the ball. Catalysm stays on top of Drill, gets a chance to recover and moves downfield. Great 50-50s to buy Moist some time as that midfield battle continues on. PSG Tundra trying to get some space to work with. Moist trying to fight their way out of what could be a stranglehold if PSG Tundra gets set up on offense.
Oh, Cash was able to break through that left side. Has Talks against the wall. That touch goes right to Juicy. but PSG Tundra come out of the net to make sure there are no free shots from Moist to Juicy to left and saved. How are PSG Tundra still at 0 or Moist as well? 12 seconds. We go to the blue end. Toss drops in front of the net, and Ivan can't find the touch. We're going into an OT, it feels like.
Wait a second, Ivan trying to end it. Oh, Cash! Saves the day for Moist. Ivan tries to put it to the top right corner. It hits the ground. We're still going on. That's a big beat, though. Can Ivan catch up to it? Juicy gets there in time. Ivan didn't have the boost, and now Tundra have to try to recover. Things drastically changing here off the OT. Even Joyo has to get a crazy save. PSG Tundra trying to end it quickly as off the kickoff.
It's just multiple threatening shots from PSG. Tox wanting the ground pinch. Ivan keeps the play going. Catalysm, too many cooks in the kitchen. He gets overwhelmed, starts to fall back. Joyo has his ball stolen. Juicy pinch off the wall. But that third man not stepping up for Moist, not wanting to expose that open net. Now the pass is being intercepted. We go back to the orange end. And Ivan meets Joyo halfway, which goes to Cash off the back wall. And Juicy collides with Tox. Cash at least tucks it to the left side to keep the play going for Moist.
That was big, a touch by Cash there. If Cash doesn't get a touch, that ball gets cleared out. Everybody from Moist was involved in that play. Could have been an easy counterattack goal there for Tundra.
Oh, Tox to the right corner. It's just buying time, stealing boost, draining resources from Moist, who have just been stuck on this defense. Tox will even bring it back. Good challenges, though, from the defense. And PSG Tundra have to be careful how much they extend from that midfield. That was almost a dangerous counterattack from Moist.
It definitely was. They're giving Cash space here. Cash looking for the bump. Catalysm, great defense to get the stop there. Follow up, Ivan's there to get the save out as well. Tundra are not letting this game get away from them easily. They are fighting tooth and nail with Moist for possession, ball control, and ultimately try to win this game. Gibbo on the play is gonna get that one sent way back to the Moist back wall.
Yeah, Moist falling back. Ivan turns the play on its head, misses that second touch. Juicy gets the clear. It's an open net! PSG Tundra fumbled, and Moist with the reverse sweep!
Juicy gets a clear downfield. No one home. Chalk's trying to barrel back, but it's too late. Splash is the goal explosion. Splash is Moist Esports. They stay alive and move on.
They might have lost the splash of code, but they made a bigger splash in this series. The way that they adapted and turned up, exposing those mistakes from PSG Tundra. The open net bit PSG in the butt at the end. And Moist were just relentless, and they kept that composure, which was so important for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Backs against the wall early on in this series. They had to reverse sweep here against PSG Tundra, and they were up to the task. And that isn't no disrespect to PSG Tundra, because they had this series on lock in the first two games. It's just Moist made those adjustments. Standout players like Joyo being able to step up. Same is for Juicy and Cash. And it just was something that PSG Tundra could not get a hold of until it was too late. They played a really tough game 5, and unfortunately for them, it just came down to them just being a little too aggressive.
At least you have your season end on a reverse sweep. Doesn't feel good, but